begin, we're going to get the basic history of the guitar out of the way. Don't worry, you don't need to know this information, it's just good to know. You can always skip this part and move on to the tutorial parts. But I feel if you're going to devote yourself to an instrument, it's good to understand what it is. So here we go. The basic acoustic guitar, a plucked string instrument, got its start in Spain in the 16th century. The first guitar looked different than the bodies that we see today. They were narrower and deeper, and some had up to 30 strings on it. Either way, the basics stayed the same. They were still strings with different tensions above a soundboard producing noise. The soundboard is the top part of the guitar that vibrates and creates the sound that we hear. In the 19th century, a change occurred. The guitar's body underwent changes, becoming broader and shallower with an extremely thin soundboard. It was mainly 6 strings on this guitar, now rather than the 20 to 30 previously. Classical guitars were the main instrument of the day, playing Bach and Mozart using nylon strings. Most guitars you see nowadays are steel string. Fast forward time and the guitar became popular in folk music and in popular music. There are some names in the guitar world that stand out above the rest. One of them is a German-born American guitar maker, Christian Frederick Martin. Most players know the last name Martin as in Martin Guitars. Martin created a flat-top guitar with an X bracing on the inside. The X bracing helped the guitar body handle the extra stress of modern steel strings. Martin guitars are known for their Dreadnaught series, which is a series of guitars that have a deep bass sound to them. Another common name is Orville Gibson, as in Gibson Guitars. He is credited with the archtop guitar. The guitar features F-holes, arched top and back, and an adjustable bridge which increases the instrument's tone and volume. Gibson created guitars with similar bodies to cellos, which produce an even louder sound. The electric guitar was born when George Beauchamp and his partner Adolf Rickenbacker won the patent for the first electric guitar in 1931. Many other inventors started making electric versions of the guitar. Les Paul pioneered the solid body guitar made by Gibson Guitars. Leo Fender, as in Fender Guitars, invented the Fender Telecaster in 1951. If you've watched some of the guitar gods up on stage, you might have noticed a Gibson or a Fender. In 1972, Bob Taylor began working on his own guitar line. He started developing the acoustic guitar more based on the exotic tone wood rather than the Luther techniques. As time passed, Taylor guitars developed a V bracing to go inside to help improve the tone. In the acoustic world, the two biggest names are Taylor guitars and Martin guitars, in my opinion. My personal preference is playing Taylor acoustic guitars. I love the playability of the guitar and the sound that they produce. My best piece of advice to you starting out is don't worry about the name or the price on the guitar. The only thing that you need is an acoustic guitar with strings on it, preferably all 6 strings. Now that we've gone through a little brief history of the guitar, let's go ahead and move into the different parts of the guitar to help you get started, and some of the vocabulary that's going to be good to know.